Howdy folks, it's Rhino here with One Horn Media, and today we are excited to officially announce that we are working on a Christian video game. So the name of our game is going to be Jars of Clay, or JOCS for short. As of right now, the plan for our game is to make something similar to Brotato, but in this case, instead of a potato, you're playing as a jar. Now, before anyone gets too excited, I want to be completely transparent. We are in very, very early development. As you'll see behind me, there is some gameplay footage, and there's not a whole lot to look at. But the process has begun. Now, a couple of things to note. As of right now, there are only two of us working on this game. It is myself, who is mostly doing the pixel art, and my cousin, who is doing the coding. So, for right now, the team is very small and our work is limited. For a couple of reasons. One, life is busy. Number two, I personally have some health issues that limit my energy and my capacity to work consistently. And then my cousin also has a family, job, etc. So this is something we are building in our free time, and we are allowing ourselves as much time as we need to make this. This is the first game for either of us. I have basically no coding experience. And my cousin has coding experience, but he comes from more of the corporate world and has never necessarily built a video game before. So those are just a few things to keep in mind. Now, what is this game actually going to look like? Like I said at the beginning, our primary inspiration is Brotato. Now, our goal is not necessarily to make just another Vampire Survivors clone. There are a million of those out there now, and if I had to guess, probably only about 1% of them are any good. Brotato is my personal favorite, and it is also a favorite of my cousin. But it's going to be similar in many ways. It's going to be wave-based, there'll be weapons and items to collect, a shop in between waves. Although we might do more of a level format, we're kind of toying around with that idea and kind of seeing how that goes. And we've also brought up the idea of incorporating some kind of crafting or even a stash tab of some sorts, like you might see in, an action RPG, for example. That is not what we're making at all. But the idea would be, is there some way that you can, in run, save items and transfer them to a stash for you to be able to use in future runs? There would obviously be some kind of cost behind this, and you'd be penalizing your current run in hopes of making a future run better. So that's an idea we are toying around with. Another thing just to be aware of is everything I'm saying right now is subject to change. We are, like I said, very early, and so we don't know what this is going to look like long term. It may change and evolve. And part of the reason that we want to start documenting it here on YouTube is to try and build a community and get community feedback so that other gamers can come along and help shape what this game might look like. You see, for my cousin and I, we are both strong Christians, and we see a huge gap in Christian gaming. You see, there are over 3 billion gamers worldwide. And for some reason, Christians have seemed to completely abandon that people group, if I may be so bold to call it that. There are countless people across this earth who are not yet in a place, spiritually, where they feel comfortable setting foot in a church. And so what we want to do is see if we can meet them where they're at, meet them with a video game, and introduce them to biblical concepts through gaming. So that is what we are hoping to do with JOCS. And one of the subtle ways we might go about that would be simply including various biblical items in our game. For example, when you go to the shop, you might purchase some of the following items: the coat of many colors, a mustard seed, or a donkey's jawbone. And the hope would be that some of these biblical objects might intrigue their curiosity and maybe even get them to start searching for biblical themes and stories. Now, we don't know how God might use this game. There's so many ways he could. And although it is my personal belief that donkeys are completely inferior to rhinos, we do know that God used a talking donkey for his purposes. And because of that, it is not at all unreasonable that God could use a video game to reach the lost. So that is our plan for JOCS. Now, I know that's not much to go on right now, but we are simply excited to get the news out in the open. Now, like I said, it's just the two of us working on this, so please give us some time and be patient with us, especially as we are learning new skills as we build this. Now, that said, perhaps down the road, if God is willing, He will open doors and bring someone else to our team to help us move this along a little bit faster. But for the time being, we are hard at work on this, and we look forward to bringing you future updates. Until next time, my friends, please take care. God bless. Rhino out.